Hey, it's Marion from Attire and Beyond in Highland, New York. We're a new and pre-loved clothing and gift knickknack store. And we love seeing people, but right now I am reading from Anyone Can Live a Happier Life. This is number 8 in the series so far. So if you missed the first ones, go back and watch those first. It's me. It's a book that I wrote 7 years ago, and I'm giving my comments on how I feel about it now. But I'm doing this because I need the help, and maybe you do too. Or maybe you just like to be read to or amused. This next chapter, Lyme disease. The experience that changed my life, my attitude, my thoughts forever for the better. When I found out I had Lyme disease and was getting worse by the minute, and that's no kidding, I was devastated and conflicted. I was told by my doctor I needed to just rest. I could not stay awake past 2 in the afternoon most days. It turned into being bedridden for 9 months. I was subjected to temporary paralysis on and off, severe memory loss, and I was extremely depressed, lethargic, and confused. There I was, young and vibrant, going out dancing on Thursday nights, and all of a sudden, it all came to a screaming halt. I couldn't walk, much less dance. This was an eye-opening attitude shifting and horrible, insightful, life-changing experience. I do believe Lyme disease was the turning point of who I was to the person I am and the universe wanted me to become. I was told when I recovered my position would be waiting for me, but when I told my employers I was coming back, they said they could not chance me becoming ill again. I was let go. At the time, I was distraught. They were like family to me, and all I thought was, how could they do this to me? That's when I used to think that way. I was also told I would probably be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I was unwilling to accept that diagnosis. Thank God. I was fortunate enough to have my sister who turned me on to self-help audio programs. Now, I said audio programs, so that's fine. They were tapes. Hooray! See my age. I find whenever I am at my worst, but just beginning to get better, the universe throws in a wrench or a real curveball to keep me on my toes. Doesn't that happen to you? Even though I may not understand at the time, it always makes me stronger in the end. Lyme disease helped me to learn about the mind-body connection and how by changing our thoughts, we can change our lives. It is the reason I am able to write this book and now read this book with such confidence, and the reason I've experienced a healthier, calmer, happier existence in life. And on a side note, Lyme did come back 3 years ago, and I haven't had it since I'm in my early 20s. And I did not let it take a toll on me this time. I still got to work almost every day except a couple, and I still kept on going. And I am still keeping on going in. I'm still keeping on going. So that's for another day. If you have any questions or you want to discuss that, just let me know. Buying my first home. Another bad experience turned into a good lesson. My fiance at the time and I were going to buy a house, and I decided to seek out a steady job in the general vicinity of our soon-to-be new location. Hooray! I found one. Now we were set and secure for the upcoming purchase and relocation to our future home. I was a traveling fool, an hour and 20 minutes per day each way to get to work and back home to the Bronx. The first or second day I started my new job, we were to put the binder down on the house. My fiance backed out last minute. There I sat at my desk, at my new job, training to be the best I could be, to live in my new house, and he was calling me, telling me he could not do it. He was unable to make that commitment. I am not putting him down in any way. He just wasn't ready, and we were all on our own journey in our own time. I'm just stating what I experienced from my point of view. That doesn't make it right. I would never want to hurt anyone from my past, as they were all there for a reason. Nothing I say is meant with an ill intent, as I take 100% responsibility for everything in my lifetime. The first move from my childhood home. I decided I wanted to stay in this new area. It doesn't say that, where we were going to get a house, and advised him I was moving with or without him. 2 months later, I found a beautiful apartment 10 minutes from my job. I was finally out of the Bronx and out of Mom and Dad's home. I was living above them at that time. Thank God. I had lived upstairs from them, renting an apartment. That ticked me off for about 5 years before moving. It all served its purpose. Imagine if I were living elsewhere during my 9-month bout with Lyme disease. How would I have paid rent? They were only taking a minimal amount during that time. Oh, but believe me, it went right back to normal when I had the money again. It was still half of what I might have been paying somewhere else. Just saying, it is a part of what made me a responsible human being, so I am now grateful. I wasn't then. A different type of career. After I left there, I decided to get my personal training certification and started putting together seminars. I was confident and strong. I was told I motivated many. This was a very trying, exhausting, exhilarating, strong part of my existence. I was in the best shape of my life. This was the best and worst time of my life. After going through some difficult times, my husband decided he wanted to move. I followed. After all, this is what I learned. The man is the breadwinner. Stand by your husband. He is the provider. Yet we were both providers. We went to Arizona and put a down payment on a beautiful apartment. Pool, closed gate community, a variety of stores on the premises. After returning to New York, I sent in paperwork to various health insurance companies telling them of my Lyme disease and how I needed to know before we moved that I would be accepted. This story is all about everything happening for a reason, because I was not supposed to go. The day before we were headed out to move, literally the day before, boxes all packed and waiting for the truck to arrive, the insurance company called and advised me they would not cover my insurance benefits. This was the day before. P.S. I did not move to Arizona. Phew. I could breathe again. Another big blessing in disguise, yet another experience worth living. My attitude was, everything happens for a reason, so I didn't fret too much over it all. This was a learning lesson for me and one of my friends. She was so upset I was moving far away and we would not see each other as much. I told her something very important I learned years before. Do not worry about something beforehand. I'm sorry about the lighting in here. You cannot change it. You do not really know how it is going to turn out, and what is the sense of wasting all that time worrying? I would say to her, you never know what can happen. For goodness sake, one of us could get run over by a Mack truck before that. I'm very nice. Very nice, Marion. Sorry. Where am I? I know it's grim, but that is how I thought and still do, kind of, sort of. Not to that extent, but I still feel, I'll still even say you can get run over, walking across the street. She called me crying. Again, I told her, do not be upset until I am leaving, and even then, you never know. Worry to me is very much like fear. false evidence appearing real. When I was turned down and I remained home, I said, see, all that crying and worrying for nothing? I even learned from that. My ex always wanted to live in Connecticut, so off we went. Did I want to live in Connecticut? No, but nevertheless, off we went. Upon moving there, I had a minor surgery scheduled. I did not yet have a job because I needed to have this procedure taken care of. That's it for now. Next one is some of my greatest teachers. That's going to be number 9. This is number 8, I believe. I hope so. Bye.